What's up, my modern day ninjas? Falchion with you once again, and once again we're here for another let's check out. So today, let's check out Assetto Corsa. This is the PC version. Now, with the console version coming out in about 2 weeks, I wanted to check out um, what Assetto Corsa has to offer us console guys. So actually, I picked this up maybe about a month or so ago on a Steam sale because I wanted to see, like I said, what it had to offer. A very much a much anticipated game coming to consoles for me personally. So I wanted to see if it was going to be worth the what I thought was 60 some odd dollar price tag. Turns out it's $10 less. It's only in the $50 price range on even on consoles, and so that even makes it better because so far it's been an excellent game. So as you can see here, this isn't what the user interface is going to look like on the console. I did see a video of what it looks like on a console. So it's a bit different, but same basic stuff. So you have your main menu, your career, and your special events. So let's check out the special events real quick because these are actually pretty special. So this is actually right here, and in the overall, this is the main menu here. And here you'll see the career is set in a different menu, but the special events falls under the challenges category. You also have hot laps, time attack, and drift. But special events are they give you a car, they give you a track, and they give you a task, whether it be a drag to win a drag or a race, and then you get to choose easy, medium, hard, or alien difficulties. There is also beat a where you have to beat a time, and yeah, and then there's just page after page after page of this. So what we have here is like I said, the PC version with all the DLC. I've purchased all the DLC to this point, and this is the way I understand it's going to come on the consoles with all the DLC packaged into on the disc or in your download or what have you. So a lot a lot of content just here in these special events, right? So then you also have practice where it's just you running a track by yourself. You choose your car, you choose your track, you practice essentially. You also have race, and within this category, you have quick race, a race weekend, or drag race. In a quick race, it's just like it sounds. You jump into a race real quick. Um, they start you where they start you, and you see what you can do. In a race weekend, you have a complete weekend, which includes a practice, a qualifying, and the race. You can set up how long all that stuff is, difficulties, and everything. So that's really cool. I haven't done the drag race, so can't really tell you much about that. It's simply not my thing. You can also do drifting. I don't know if you noticed that in the special events, but yeah, I didn't look at any of those. But there are drifting events as well. But again, drifting not my thing. And you know how they say people don't like certain things because they can't do them. That describes me perfectly. I don't like drifting because I can't do it. Can't do it even a little bit. So yeah, but there is drifting in the game, and I've seen video of people doing it, and it's an amazing thing to do if you can do it. I just don't fall in that category. But there's also online. And I imagine this is probably going to be very different on the console, but a lot of servers on the PC. So if we can get even half of that, half of what they've got going on the PC as far as online goes, it's going to be great. And hopefully the community is decent, hopefully we don't get that whole wreck you to win crowd going. And then favorites is just the stuff that you've driven and it just save for you. This isn't really an accurate representation. These are just the last two things that I drove. So yeah, and the career is pretty extensive. I'm actually kind of surprised. So here in the career, you start off in the novice series, and you have to unlock it series by series. So you start off here in novice 1, and you have to complete a certain task to be able to unlock novice 2, and so on and so forth. But once you get down into the intermediate, you start unlocking other things. Like you can see I've gone through all of these up to T3. I haven't done that yet, but you'll see here that I've also unlocked all of these already because I've completed like events in the intermediate category. So there is a little bit of jumping around after you get past a certain point, but for the most part it's just pretty much or at least I'm treating it as just kind of a linear thing. It's surprisingly fun. It's you start off driving like an Arboth 500 or whatever, and just basic street cars for the most part, and you kind of just graduate up to higher power cars as you go along, and it's good for learning the handling model and everything on Assetto Corsa. It feels very different to most titles that I've raced, especially if you're thinking along the lines of the consoles. The closest thing, of course, being Project Cars, but this even feels to me much better than Project Cars. But as you can see, the career is pretty decent size. A lot to do, so I'm actually enjoying it. I am actually probably, if this video isn't too long, gonna show you a race in my first race in the T3s maybe. But before we do that, I was talking about how extensive the game is, and it does fall woefully short in one area, and that is in the number of tracks. And this may just be my opinion, but to me there's just not enough places to go and race. As you can see here, few pages of tracks in all. And a lot of them are, you have your like different layouts. So 2 layouts at Barcelona, 3 at Black Cat. There's 2 at Brands Hatch, of course. Then there are some drag tracks, which this is actually new. This is the first time I've actually seen this. So hopefully this is also going to be included in the console drift tracks, which is, this one is also new. Imola, and then a couple versions of Monza. Unfortunately not that version of Monza with the big banked track, but and then few versions of Nordschleife, which is really cool. Definitely for sure. I know a lot of people are going to be spending time on that. Nürburgring, few different versions of that. A couple of versions of Red Bull Ring, 3 of Silverstone, of course, because it is Silverstone. This is also new. I haven't seen this, a hill climb course, so that's also pretty cool. Again, I hope they include that. And then we're getting to the end. So not that many courses. Maybe just enough to create a decent season in the league race. So I am grateful for that. But in the overall, for around 50 US dollars, I really can't complain, and hopefully they will follow suit with most other titles and continue to add courses as time passes. But yeah, let's get into some actual racing here. So as you can see, I'm in the T3 category now, and it's open wheel cars. So my objective here is to collect 40 points in the championship to be able to unlock whatever's going to unlock next for me. So I'm still trying to find a difficulty as far as the opponents that's challenging, but I'm not being so overwhelmed that I'm not learning anything. And the more I've gone through the career mode, the better I've gotten, which is cool. I mean, which is exactly what I want. I actually want to bump this up a little bit more. Let's go to about 93 and see how we do. I'm definitely learning a lot as I race, so that's really good in my opinion. So let's get started. So of course there are a bunch of things you can do as far as setting up your car. That's not really in my skill set at this time, so I'm not going to mess around with it too much. I am going to reduce my fuel to about 20 liters because it's just a 6-lap race, and I know I don't even need this much, but I don't know exactly how much I need because I haven't run these cars yet, so I don't want to run out of fuel during the race. But yeah, you can choose stuff like tires. Actually, we might just go with the soft tires as well. Depending on the car, that is what dictates what you can change in all of this. You can also check out like your timing. There's this graph that I don't yet understand, and then the list of racers and everything. But let's jump into this 6-lap race. Hope this is set up correctly. Like I said, this feels really good. We're locked up. Got a little slide there. Almost lost it there. Now I have the wheel set to static and the driver's hands turned off. That's simply because it's a distraction to me. You can definitely have that on, and I don't know how they're going to have that set up on the place or the console version. It is for both PlayStation and Xbox, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. So personally, I'm gonna have it on the Xbox One. That's where I know a lot of people that race. So don't know too many people that race on the PlayStation 4, surprisingly. Can't believe he gave that up to me. He went kind of wide, and I guess maybe I did show my nose a little bit. Forgive me if I end up with these long silences, but I do kind of tend to get lost in what I'm doing and start concentrating kind of hard. That was way too soon. I don't know this track, so until I can really learn it. Should have probably downshifted the turn before. I'm still trying to figure out braking points. And this is where like that practice really would come in handy. If I could have, or I could have, if I would have found out what I was racing, what track I was going to be racing, and then gone back and done some practice, could have learned the course. Now you can turn on like assist, like braking and or braking lines and all that, race lines and all that stuff. I choose not to do that. I do these things for the immersion, and that takes me out of it a little bit, as well as that's why you don't see anything as far as the HUD goes. That's just, again, personal preference. All that stuff is actually in the game extensively, and when we get back to this point on the track, I will actually show you a very cool thing. I don't think I'm going to be able to catch these guys. It's definitely hard to talk and drive. I'm really hoping that they don't take anything out. Actually, I can show you now. Over here, that's all the stuff that you can have on the HUD, should you choose to do so. And that list that you saw there isn't even the complete list. You can scroll down more, but I can't do that and drive at the same time. So hopefully all that is going to be in the final version of the game. I mean, not the final version, but the console version as well, to where it's just that customizable. I know usually when they port a game over, or when they, when a game is on PC and then they bring it over to the consoles, a lot gets lost in translation. I really hope that doesn't happen. It's already bad enough that I'm not going to be able to use like my track IR. I really enjoy being able to just look around and spot apexes and look down into the cockpit to be able to see my dash and everything. I have got to try to make a move here. A little bit hotter than I wanted there, but it did bring me up on this guy. Last lap. I was hoping that was going to be the spot to make a move, but this might be it right here. Can I get number one? Can I get a P1? Oh. Cars wanting to kick out. Gotta go for it. Oh, nope. Couldn't outbrake him. No, I couldn't do it. Unable to make the move. So, seems like 93% is actually a good difficulty for me right now. Hopefully I will continue to improve and at some point actually make it up just clear to 100%. So yeah guys, I want to thank you for sticking with me through this really long Let's Check Out, but hopefully it gives you a little bit of insight into what we can expect on the console version in about 2 weeks. And yeah, so around $50 US. That's not including tax, from what I've seen so far, as far as checking store prices. So I think it's going to be every bit worth that, if it's anything close to this. So yeah, once again, I want to thank you guys for checking this out with me. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it was informative. And if any of you guys get this on the PC or the Xbox One, make sure you hit me up. Let me know. I'd love to get out there and race with you on the track. Alright, until next time, this has been Falchion, and you know me, I'm Ghost. Later. Thanks for taking the time to check out the video, and if you have another second or two, use that time to show off your blade skills and slice that subscribe button. Until next time, later.